That'd be amazing. But as I told you guys, I am obligated to you tonight to review Dragon Wars: D War, a scene by scene breakdown of that film. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you have seen Dragon Wars: D War? You know, and do you like it? Had a couple of people making some comments on my social media saying, "Oh, I grew up watching this movie," and it's like, "Grew up? What the fuck you mean grew up? This movie came out what, like 2000? When did this movie come out? It's like 2007. It's like people saying like, "Oh, I grew up watching this as a little kid." I was like, "Oh my god, part of my body felt like I'm turning to dust as you speak." When you say something like that, Stranger, you welcome to stream. Bro Tone, I have not. I would get the Repo Genetic Opera. Yeah, that might be a good one, Mr. Yasman. Very good. I don't plan to, because as I have when I was 10, I was bored and pissed off even then. I've seen clips of it online. Corona, it's the Corona. Josh Skywalker, welcome to the stream. Are you heading out, Don? No problem, man. Sleep well. Appreciate you stopping by. And again, thank you for the support tonight, my friend. People who were like 7 back then, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, this is pretty much, I'll tell you right now, chat. I saw trailers for, maybe I saw trailers for this. I remember it coming out because this got an international release. This wasn't released in South Korea. It was in American theaters. I remember that. I don't think if there was a trailer, I don't remember it, but I remember seeing posters for this movie at like all the various theaters I went to as a kid. You know, because 2007, I guess I was what? I was like 17, I think, 17, 16 maybe. I was around that age. Yeah. I know. I was younger. I must have been like 16. I must have been 16 or something. I think I was 16. But I just did not. Oh, Jake the Finland man. It's been a while, my friend. How you doing? How are things in Finland right now? I'm actually kind of curious about what the situation is in Finland with the coronavirus. How are things going? It's shit right here in the States that I could tell you, by the way. Oh. So we got people are saying I first saw it. Judge, I seen it when it first came out, the DVD. All I remember much was the end. The end is oh jeez, I'll tell you what, chat. It's like they spent some. I guess they spent money on this film, chat. I mean, it's cheap. This is 100. I'll give you the fucking facts. Jacob Villion's been a hot minute. Yeah, work tried to kill me. I understand things could be better. Things could be way worse too. Okay, well I'm glad they're not worse. I'm glad you're doing okay. That you're healthy and safe. I know you got a new kid. Hope the kid is doing well. The province I live in has been closed off in and out of travel. We're only at 1,000 per phase. Okay, well, that's good. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, it's not great, but overall, I'm glad you're doing well, man. Glad you're doing well. But, can I give you an idea what this film's about? I mean, it's a South Korean blockbuster movie. It was wrong. It didn't have a budget of 100 million. Of course, it fucking did. It had a budget of 35 million, chat. And listen, it brags that it has a $35 million budget, but they don't know how to use that fucking money. Like, the biggest effects that they have in this film with the dragon, which, by the fucking way, they're not really dragons. There's a dragon at the end of the movie, sure. It's like the typical Chinese, East Asian looking dragon. It's like fucking Shenron, Chad. It's Shenron from Dragon Ball Z. It's that style dragon. But for the fucking most part, these are big snakes. These are just really big snakes. This film is more akin to one of the big budget, I mean, I say big budget, one of the bigger budget films that the Sci-Fi Channel offers. That's what this film is. And it has some recognizable faces in it. Some, American actors. I'm like, that guy's fucking in this movie? How? It's just, I was shocked, chat, when I saw some of these people. I'm like, and you can tell they don't give a fuck what they're doing. One guy in particular, we'll go into it. You're going to know, I bet you guys already know who he is, but you can just tell, like, this actor they have, he's on the phone most of the movie, and he just like, all I do is I call people, and that moves the plot forward. You need a vehicle? I got that vehicle for you. And this guy does not care. Chris Ayers knows. Jesus Christ. And I swear, I think it was just the kind of movie where it's like, I just divorced my wife. I owe a lot of money. This is a quick thing. I shoot for maybe 2 weeks tops, and I get, I don't know, $50,000 maybe. I don't know what it is. That's like the alimony payments for the rest of the year. Something like that. I swear. But my God, people don't give a shit. I mean, there's some people that try. And it's like, you shouldn't even bother. You're up to like 11, and you should not be offering that. It is bizarre. But yeah, Chad, just let you know that, again, South Korean blockbuster film directed by Shim Kwon Rae, who I'm not familiar with. This guy looks weird. Apparently he's an actor too. He's He's done like, oh my god, yeah, you don't know any of these films. A lot of He's done a lot of South Korean movies, as you expect. Some released in the States, some not. Whoa! Banner, that scared me. Banner King! Thank you for resubscribing to your 16-month streak. That's a hell of a streak, Banner King. Thank you. 16-month anniversary. Can't believe it's been that long. I know, man. Over a year, my friend. You always have my sub unless the apocalypse happens. Sure, I understand. I understand. And then, you know what? I could part with the sub. Then we'll see. Anyway, let's keep it going. Barricade, cheers to you. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. You're shaking the pillars of heaven. 16 months. Here's the 16 months, my friend. Always good seeing you on the stream. Mr. Yasman, you're nailing it, man. We'll get into it. We're going to get into it. But, yeah, he did this film, chat. 33 million. Oh! Jake the Finland man, thank you for the 400 biddy donation. Oh, I really appreciate that. I gotta read some of your comments. I'm sorry. Finland is home to many things. Yes, it is, including salmiakki. I assume that's good. Or salted licorice. I'm not a big licorice guy, but salted licorice, I'd be interested in trying. I want to try it. What's a good Finnish meal? I assume it's a fish, which I like fish. It's a cold fish. I'm a big fish guy. You know, pickled fish. I'm all about that. But let me know, Jake. What's your go-to dessert? I want to know too. God damn, my nose, Jay. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me get a new tissue. This one is getting all ratty. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, guys. Jesus Christ. Oh, these allergies. It's not the corona, goddammit. It's just an itchy nose. That's all it is. Review Eight-Legged Freaks. I'll be on it. Yeah, Dave Arquette, Tour de Force. That'll be a fun one to review someday. No doubt about it. And yeah, see, I don't want to do a handkerchief because handkerchiefs always gross me out because it's like, it's cloth, it's all covered in snot. Like, I don't want to keep like a snotty rag on me. Like a tissue is like, okay, I can throw it out eventually. Like, you can't throw out a handkerchief. You got to throw it in the wash and the boogers get all mixed in there and it connects with all the other clothes. No, thank you. I got the corona nose. This is patient zero, chat. This is patient zero. Oh my God. Salamic is generally considered absolutely abhorrent by anyone who isn't Finnish. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Darklight, welcome. Wesley Bowe, it's been a half minute. Good to see you. Wow, Wes. That will be a good one to review someday. No doubt about it. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Dragon Wars. So, film basically had, $35 million budget, made $100 million worldwide. It was a success, chat. But a critical failure. I think this was considered to be like one of the worst movies of 2007. It was in all like top 10 worst movies, top 5, or at least number 1, and a number of critics. And it fucking deserves it. There's no question about that, chat. And they have some recognizable talent in this film, chat. American actors. And I'm like, you could tell like they were just in it for the paycheck. Like, this had a $35 million budget. Okay, I'll go where... I mean, they filmed this in L.A. No question. And, okay, that's great. I get to work maybe 2 weeks. Like, they got these American actors for about 2 weeks each, and they filmed all their scenes back to back to back, and they didn't give a shit. Like, hey, I just have to sit down and narrate something. I gotta just... As I always say, chat, what do I always say when it comes to just delivering exposition? Just forcing to your face word vomit. They just regurgitate word vomit towards you. That's what this movie does, especially for the first 20 minutes. So let's fucking get into it, chat. Film starts out very similar to something like The Last Airbender, Dragon Ball Evolution. That's why I said those two films have some stiff fucking competition with Dragon Wars. And it just says, hey, chat, God is real. God's real. And he decides, like, you know what? I want my son to be a dragon. And that's what it is, Chad. Jesus Christ is a dragon. He sends him down to Earth, and he protects the people. But, Chad, along with the Jesus Christ dragon, who they call Ugami, I believe, there's an evil dragon, who I believe is called Bukaki. He's Bukaki, Chad. I think he's called something. He's called Baraki, but we're going to call him Bukaki, which is very close to that name. So there's the Jesus Christ Ugami, the good dragon, and Bukaki, the bad dragon, chap. That's what we get. And apparently there are these protectors who have to, once a child is born, a very special child every 500 years, they must feed this child to Ugami and not let Bukaki get over that child. You don't want that. No, not at all, chat. And then we find ourselves in an antique shop. And we have, of all people, Chad, which I did not expect, we got this little kid. He's wandering around this antique shop. He doesn't give a shit. His dad's trying to hawk this fucking dagger that's been in the family for 2 goddamn centuries. He's like, please, we're fucking destitute. I gotta feed that little brat over there. And who's the antique owner, chat? Robert Forster. Jackie Brown, Breaking Bad, El Caminos, Robert Forster. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this man hey, chat, very talented actor. Always been a big Robert Forster fan. But here's the thing about Robert Forster. He will star in absolutely everything. He is a working man's actor. You go ahead and watch some of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 films, and he's in some of them, chat. Like their mockings, their commentaries. He doesn't give a shit. He did this one Avalanche movie where he's an Avalanche expert, and he's terrible in it, and the movie's terrible. So he doesn't get. Hey, good for him. That's what he does. He's like, listen, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna give you everything I can, or at least as much as I can give for a project like this, and then I'm gonna get my money and go back to wherever the hell I'm going back to and be with my wife, my kids, and my grandkids, and my great grandkids, or whatever. But he's the owner of this goddamn antique shop, chat, and he's looking at this schmuck who he's got greaseback hair. He's like desperate. He's like, yeah, and this dagger, beautiful, chat, encrusted with jewels and fucking ivory and everything. Robert Forster's like, I'll give you $10 for it. The guy's like, please, please. Robert Forster. He's basically this must have inspired Vince Gilligan to cast him in Breaking Bad and El Camino. That only makes sense, where he's the vacuum cleaner guy. It's like all before this happened, Chad. He was the wise sage who owned an antique shop, apparently. But he's like, listen, I can't give you much for it. At most, I can give you 100 for it. Well, that's 10 times 10. At least give him 100 for this jewel-encrusted ivory dagger. Meanwhile, this fucking kid, he's just wandering around the store. Dad, no supervision. Mom's probably dead. And then he comes upon this fucking treasure chest, chat, and this thing fucking flips open, and this magic light comes out, and all these Chinese characters are popping. And again, $35 million was spent on this movie, and it looks like shit. When you look at something like The Invisible Man, chat, most recently, had a budget of $7 million, and the effects, special effects, look very good because they're limited. Now she got fucking dragons attacking the city, but still, it's terrible. And when your first effect right here, aside from the opening credits, which are like, yeah, they're all right, but when your first opening effect is this light come out of a box and it sucks, you have an issue. And around the box, this fucking kid's like, he's just staring at this box. And then Robert Forster, he's like, the kid touched the box. And then Robert Forster feigns a heart attack, or at least that's what he's trying to do. And you could tell me, like, Robert Forster did not care. He was like, he did, you know it, my favorite fucking DT emote. Like all that shit. It's like, oh, it's not bad. And the guy's like, what's happening? It's my heart. And he's like, I'll call the doctor. He's like, no, don't call a doctor. Go down to 47th Street and pick up my medicine. I'm an old Chinese woman, and make sure she grounds the bones into a good paste and bring it back to me, and I'll rub it over my body. He's like, okay. And he also, and then to get him out of the fucking shop, Robert Forster says, I'll give you $10,000 for the dagger. And he's like, whoa, okay, old man, you stay right here. Watch my kid. I'm going to go get that bone paste for you. He fucking runs out. And Robert Forster, he's like, come here, little boy. And he just fucking beelines right for that kid, chat. The kid's name is Ethan. And he's like, Ethan, come on over here. You open the box, didn't you? Ethan goes, uh-huh. And he sits Ethan right on his lap, chat. And he's like, Ethan, I'm going to tell you some stuff that's not going to make a lot of sense. It's going to be weird, but it's all true. You believe me? Ethan's like, I'm scared. I need an adult. Forster says, I am adult. Now shut up and fucking listen. I'm going to tell you a goddamn story. 500 years in the past. 1500 South Korea, chat. We're in a little South Korean village, and the Lord's wife, she's giving birth to a baby. But during the birthing process, chat, when she, poops out this kid, dies. She's dead. The Lord, he's very sad, but he wants to raise his daughter. But apparently, during the birth of this baby, he notices a mark on the baby, and it's in the shape of a dragon. It looks like a dragon tattoo. He goes, that's fucking weird. And then, chat, off in the distance, a fucking meteor crashes to Earth, and out pops a very old man and a little kid, and this is the heavens. Literally God sending these two people down there to watch this kid, chat. And fucking Robert Forster is saying all this. This is word vomit. He says these two people, a wise old man, this little kid, in 20 years, they have to guard this girl. And in 20 years, they have to feed her to a dragon, a good dragon named Ugami. And then the good dragon, who's basically Jesus Christ in this situation, chat, he will cleanse the world of evil and continue to protect the world and then return to heaven. And then I love it. They come back to like present day with the kid, and I love the kid's like, what are you talking about? And Robert Forster goes, keep up with me. I got a lot of exposition still to go. It is fucking out of this world. Robert Forster goes, okay, so here we are. By the way, there's an evil dragon named Bukaki who wants to also eat the girl that the good dragon wants to eat. But if he eats her, he's basically Satan. And if he eats her, he'll descend the world in darkness and despair, and evil shall prevail. And we can't have that now, can we, Ethan? And Ethan goes, no! So, chat, 20 years fucking pass. The old Asian sage, he goes to the lord of the South Korean village, and he says, listen, 20 years are up. Gotta feed your daughter to the good dragon, to keep, Jesus and all that. And Lord's like, what, first of all, what the hell are you talking about? And like, I'm like, no, I will not let you do that. He's like, listen, God wants this. You gotta do what God says. And the Lord goes, fuck me. All right, let's do it. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Meanwhile, chat, the little Asian boy, little South Korean Asian boy, he fell in love with the girl who was preordained to be eaten by the good dragon. And they're like, I don't want you to get eaten by this good dragon. They're like, I don't want to get eaten either. And so they fall in love. They start smooching, chat. They're having the sex and everything. But meanwhile, chat, the day has come on her 20th birthday. Bukaki, for whatever reason, decides, all right, let's fucking attack. And his army of fucking Power Ranger putties come upon this South Korean village. And it is it's like a PS2 cutscene, chat, what we see. Like these copy and pasted soldiers all marching in unison. These giant dewback-like things from Star Wars with these huge rocket launch. This is South Korea. This is like ancient South, not ancient, but like 1500 South Korea. Fucking dewbacks with rocket launchers on their back. People, the putties from Power Rangers riding velociraptors and pterodactyls flying ahead. And they attack this village. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And they're attacking. The effects look fucking terrible. And sometimes, but then there's like some weird violence in this movie. It's kind of like horrific, but because the effects are so bad, it becomes unintentionally funny. Like I said, you can't help but laugh because you get like the fucking dewback ones. They're like this big stomping when they stomp on some people. They'll go, oh! Like all that shit. Velociraptors eating people and things. The power putties are like cutting everyone's stomachs open. You can't. It's like PG-13, so they can't show blood. So you have the like all that shit. Eventually, they come upon like the leader of the putties. I don't know his name. We'll talk about him later, chat. The leader of the putties, he invades the Lord's domain. He goes in there. He fucking slaughters everyone. I don't know, because the Lord sends out, like, his gardener to protect him. And the gardener has, like, a fucking trowel. He has a fucking trowel, chat. And he goes right at the guy, and he gets fucking eviscerated. The Lord, he's like, all right, fuck it. Looks like I gotta go. He gets eviscerated, too. The daughter's like, no, take me. I have the tattoo. They fucking capture it, chat. They decimate the rest of the village, kill the people. They start leaving, but they are finally intercepted by the wise old Asian man and his ward, his pupil, Chad, and they start wrestling everybody. They're sword fighting, they're kung fu fighting, everything. The kid grabs the girl, they run off, and the old master, he holds him up. Oh, there's that one point where the old master reveals, okay, yeah, you gotta feed your girlfriend to this good dragon. He lives in the ocean here. So that has to happen, by the way. And the kid's like, don't really want to do that. I like sex too much. So, well, the old master, he's fighting off the power putties. The guy and the girl, they're like, they're smooching. They're like, we're just gonna run away. We're gonna run away from all of this, and they're just gonna go. And the old master, he's like, I'm fucking tired. I'm gonna go back to the rendezvous point. Shows up there, chat. They're not there at all. But he finds the amulet, chat. He finds a green emerald amulet, and he's like, oh, this is of great importance. And we cut back to fucking Robert Forster, who pulls out the amulet, and he says, all right, Ethan, this is yours now. Keep a hold of that. I'm not done with the story, but keep that for the rest of your fucking life. And we cut back, chat, and the old man's like, where the fuck did they go? But chat, and then we find them. But they're being pursued by Bukaki. And Bukaki, first of all, this is a giant dragon that can, I think, move at least 100 miles an hour. He is very fucking fast when he wants to go. But in certain scenes, he's like, oh, I'm too fucking slow. He's like, like how many miles per hour he can move, it varies throughout the entire movie. But he's going after them, chat, and fucking the girl and the guy, you know, they're over a precipice, clap over a cliff, and they're like, well, we're fucking dead. Let's just end it here. We can't let him eat you. We can't let Bukkake get all over you. And so they jump off, chat. Bukkake tries to get him, but he misses, chat. And they fall into the ocean, chat. And they hit a fucking rock and they splat everywhere. It's like, ugh. It's not looking too good for them. Bukkake, he's mad. We cut back then to Robert Forster, and he says, yeah, so this is what happened. Oh, yeah, so that's what happened. Now I'm going to reveal something to you right now. So, chat, during the fight, the old man, this is fucking hilarious. The old wise sage, he gets a little bit injured. He gets some scars on his body. He has like a big, long scar on his arm, right? And he's like, oh, my arm. And then he goes back to the rendezvous point. And then Robert Forster says, I have something to show you, Ethan. And he rolls up his sleeve and he has the same exact scar as the Asian old man does. I am that same man. It's like, what? You transform. That's some cultural appropriation for your ass, chat. Transform from a very stereotypical looking old Asian man to Robert fucking Forster. And Ethan, I have something to reveal to you. You are that Asian boy who fucked up. Ethan's like, what? All of this at once in the first 15 minutes. So I'm like, all right. And he's like, Ethan, never forget, Ethan. Never forget. Does this smell like chloroform? No. And then Ethan, we find him, Chad. He is aged. He is now 20 years old, maybe? I don't know. He's older, Chad. And he's a news reporter. And he's coming upon a scene, Chad. Apparently there is some destruction in downtown Los Angeles. 500 plus people died. There was a huge fucking earthquake. And he's getting all of his stuff open. He's investigating the area, chat. Apparently the government, the FBI, they found what looks like to be giant reptilian scales. What could have done this? And he goes over. And another thing, chat, like apparently LA cops don't give a fuck. They're like, all right, fuck, let me stop. All right, he went past me. I can't do anything. Because Ethan didn't care what his jurisdiction is. He will lay some do not cross tape line and just walk on over to whatever, just stomping all the fucking evidence. This kid doesn't care. And the police go, stop. Fuck it. And he's taking, and he has like a camera. He has like a magic camera that's able to laser focus on things that are super far away or go up and under things and look at it. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. There's these two FBI agents that say, wait, back off. And he notices that there's some dragon scales on the ground. Goes back to the car, chat, and who's at the car? Fucking Craig Robinson. Craig Robinson is this camera guy, chat. And I'm going to tell you right now, Craig Robinson does not give a fuck in this movie. He does not care. This is who I was talking about, who's like, he was paying alimony or he had some debt, and he's like, listen, you got me for however long you have me, but I'm going to give you the bare minimum. You gave me nothing. There's nothing funny for me to do. This dialogue is shit. You have me talking on the phone for most of the movie, so I'll give that to you, but that's about, like, his job, Kirk Robinson's job, not even you would expect to happen in this movie. He's not like the stereotypical, it's like, oh, it's the jokey black sidekick or something. Not even that, Chad. He's just like, I talk on the cell phone and I progress the plot. I'm going to get you a car. I'm going to get you a helicopter. I'm going to get you into the hospital. I'm going to track down the girl. That's his fucking job, chat, in this film. And he could give a shit. Listen, why should he? Why should he? No one else cares. The only person who's trying to give it their all is the guy who's playing Ethan, who was the reincarnation of a small Asian boy. And he is so... honestly, I don't know if he's trying really hard or he just sucks, because anytime he attempts to do like an emotional scene, it falls flat. He always has the same expression, which is this. The entire time, just like mild confusion and concern throughout the entire film. But he has no chemistry with Craig Robinson. You can obviously tell that Craig Robinson hated working with this guy, but they're supposed to be best friends. And, because all this crazy shit that's happening, Ethan, he gets like a premonition. There's like constant like dream sequences in this film, chat. What? He has like a dream sequence of some kind. I can't remember it. I don't know. But he realizes, it's like, oh, you know what? There's Oh yeah, because fuck, this is bizarre. Because what's his name? Robert Forster says, okay, so Ethan, yeah, you're resurrected. You're the little Asian boy. I'm the old Asian man. And the girl that's got to be eaten by Umagi, her name is gonna be Sarah. Just letting you know. Then he goes away, and 20 years later. He's like, Craig Robinson, I know how this might be connected. It's a girl named Sarah. Look up all girls named Sarah in L.A. Craig Robinson's like, there's like going to be thousands upon thousands of girls named Sarah in L.A. He's like, don't worry, Craig Robinson. Sarah has a tattoo. And Craig Robinson's like, are you fucking serious? You know how many white girls in L.A. have tattoos? A lot. And he's like, all right, fuck it. So he's like, Sarah, dragon tattoo. And there's like 2,700 a match. He's like, all right, man, there you go. He's like, no, get out of the way, Craig Robinson. You are done for right now. I will look at this computer and find her. There's 2,700 people. He just sits down, chat. He's looking her up. And he eventually somehow he finds her. He has a fucking vision. I don't remember. I can't tell what the vision was. Chat. I forget. I don't remember. But he had a fucking vision of something. Dragons, I assume. And he finds the girl. He's like, it's her. That's Sarah. And meanwhile, chat, we cut to that Sarah and what she's been doing. She's just working out. She's getting her workout on, chap. And then she sees the destruction, the television. She has the dragon tattoo. She is also cultural appropriating the South Korean girl from 500 years ago. And she's just getting these weird senses. She has her best friend with her. Her mixed race best friend, because of course any white girl needs a mixed race best friend who has mild concern for the white girl. And she's like to her mixed best friends, like, I don't feel so good, I'm gonna go home. And so she goes home, chat, and she also has a fucking book of Chinese drawings and like artwork, and she's like, I sent something. And then she starts like putting all the drawings around the room, and her mixed race best friend comes back. And she's like, girl, what are you doing? And, you know, she's like, I just feel like these things are protecting me right now. They're protecting me. I'm sorry. And, you know, mixed race is like, listen, why don't you, fucking, of course, all the things to think of. You know what? You're just stressed out because you saw that news report and all those people died. That's a stressful situation. It's weird. Why don't we just get a drink tonight? Will that help you relax? Get a drink, go to this nice bar. It's not a nice bar, chat. It's like a fucking dive bar, all right? It might as well be a dive bar in Austin somewhere. You know, and I got a beard hair in my mouth. Sorry, chap. I need a drink. Give me a second. There is some. I'll tell you right, Dark Slave. There is some culture appropriation for your ass in this film. It is goddamn ridiculous, unbelievable. So they go out to that bar, chat, and she keeps getting these fucking weird visions. She has like a vision of some kind. She sees the Power Ranger putty. She sees Bukkake coming at her and everything, and she's like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. She leaves the bar. I think is this what happened? Oh yeah, she leaves the bar, and we got some frat guys that are basically trying to rape her, at least sexual assault her, maybe possibly rape her. And, but don't worry, chat, because fucking Robert Forster comes out of the darkness, and he beats the shit out of these guys like he's a Power Ranger. So he kicks those guys' asses, definitely, you know, paralyzes them, at least one of them. Someone's paralyzed, and he walks off like, he fucking apparates, chat. He just gets he pulls a Batman. And that's why I would like Robert Forster. Like, back in the day, if they were gonna do Dark Knight Returns, like a proper adaptation, Robert Forster would have made a great Batman. I bought him as Batman. So he fucking disappears, chat. Also, oh my god. During all this, Ethan, he's trying to track down, Robert Forster again. He goes to the shop and he meets a straight up Power Rangers villain. Hold on. He goes to the shop, chat. He has a vision, and it's a fucking Power Rangers villain. Like, he's wearing all black leather and chainmail. And he's one of Lord Bukkake's most trusted soldiers. He's also looking for Robert Forster. There's also a scene, chat, and this is ridiculous, when you see the same villain just walking down the street of LA in like all black, which by the way, LA's fucking hot. All right, this is like summertime in LA, and he's all in black leather and chainmail. He's just walking down the goddamn street. And again, the movie's effects are terrible. He passes through a chain link fence, like he just goes right through it, like it's nothing. And there's a ridiculous scene when an old lady sees this, and she tries to do the same thing, and she just hits the thing, and she goes, oh, and then she just walks away. It was like, is that supposed to be funny? It's kind of fucked up. He's like the T-1000, exactly, Stranger Shoe. Just like the T-1000. And then, shall we cut to inside the shop? We see fucking Robert Forster, again, culture appropriation for your ass, chat. doing the meditating, but he's floating in midair. And but he senses something. And there's not like a fight between him and the super putty Chad. He just fucking leaves. And that's when he does the whole thing of Sarah and saves her from the frat guys who he definitely either murdered or seriously fucked up and paralyzed. Like from the neck down paralyzed Chad. And then eventually she makes a police report. This is weird. She's making a police report, and then the fucking reporters apparently could just go into the police department willy-nilly, and there's this one reporter who goes up to the desk of the cop who's doing the interview with Sarah, basically like, oh, so, and an old white man who's pretending to be Asian saved her life and paralyzed these 5 frat guys. She's like, I'm sorry it happened, but it's a show. And then this fucking random guy who's only in this scene and one other scene comes upon them and is taking notes, and the cop's like, get out of here, get the fuck out of here. He's like, hold on, I'm not done. And he takes all these pictures like, I'm out, and he goes out. He's like, this is gonna be a good scoop. And then, oh my god, where are we? So okay, we follow that reporter, and Craig Robinson and Ethan, they're there. This one, Ethan finds out that's the Sarah. He's like, how are you gonna track this girl now? I don't know, man, I don't know. And then the fucking reporter from earlier comes in. He's like, hey, man, guys, I just got a hot scoop about this girl named Sarah who beat up these 5 frat guys, paralyzed them from the neck down. And he's like, that must be the Sarah. And then something else happens, I think. And he's like, oh, we gotta track this Sarah down. And then during the same time chat, Sarah, she is... she's at home. She has like a weird vision of some kind. I don't remember what the vision was. But she wakes up and her dragon tattoo is glowing and it's hurting her. She thinks she's having a heart attack. And so she calls the hospital. And a fucking ambulance shows up at one point and it picks her up. And they take her to the hospital. That's what's happening. So all these things are happening at the same time, really. Then her friend, who also lives in the same house, she's like, I gotta go get Sarah, her mixed race friend. Chat, remember, every white girl needs a mixed race friend. So the mixed race friend, she's back, and she has a white boyfriend, as you'd expect. And she's just packing all of her stuff up. She's putting everything in, and she got her boyfriend's like, why you gotta go to the hospital? It's just bang. Like, he just has one thing on his mind, Chad. It's sex. And the mixed race best friend's like, no, I have to be there for sex. She's my white girl. I am obligated by the writer to go and support her no matter what. Just fuck me and my problems, right? And she's like, you know what? Forget about that racist crap. Just stay here with me and let's just do the banging. And they start smooching, chat, but then they hear some rumbling outside. And they run outside. And like, oh, what's that? It was like an earthquake. What's going on? And they turn a corner, chat, under this garage. It's not really a garage. It's kind of like an open area garage. Basically a fucking roof garage or whatever. And they go out, who there, Chad? It's the fucking ultimate power putty. That's who it is. And he's doing, again, terrible ADR for this actor. You can tell he had like a regular voice because he has that, we will capture the girl and give it to Bukkake. But it's all like, so it doesn't match at all. It doesn't, it's like, ooh. So that's not good. And he fucking pulls out a fucking magic sword and he stabs the boyfriend in his tum-tum. And he's dead, chat. And the mixed race best friend, she runs the opposite way. And who is in front of her, chat? Fucking Bukkake, the snake dragon. And he sees this girl. There's an earlier scene too when Bukkake goes to a zoo and he's eating elephants. And a character actor who's morbidly obese, you see him and stuff. I forget his name. He's like a morbidly obese character actor. Anyway, it's like a running gag. He eats elephants. He's throwing elephants around. He fucking freaks out. He goes to the same hospital that Sarah goes to. Anyway, now we're at the secondary scene when we see Bukkake. And, again, so unintentionally funny. Bukkake bites the best friend. And Bukkake's like fucking huge, all right? It's like a giant snake, chat. It can easily swallow anyone whole, at least like a group of people whole, no doubt. Fucking grabs the best friend, like, lifts her up and then drops her and she falls into a pool and she's dead. That's the end of the mixed race best friend, chat. She's gone. And her white boyfriend got stabbed in the tum-tum. So, and then we cut to the morning chat where Sarah's in the hospital and she knows something bad happened. Something's not good. It's kind of fun. I'm confused by this because then she gets out of the bed and she can't get out because it's locked and there's a cop there who's like, no, pay no mind to the woman. She's just a woman. She's having the vapors. And it's kind of fucked up and sexist. And she's trying to escape and everything. The cop's like, There's then fucking Ethan and Craig Robinson. They go to the house, and they also meet the same FBI. And again, Ethan not giving a shit about boundaries, or is like, do not cross this line. Lifts it up, tears it apart. Cop, and again, you watch the movie, Chad. The cop goes, you can't do. Okay. He walked past me. What am I gonna do now? He fucking walked past him. Ken Robinson's is fucking filming everything he can. Goes over his ass to the FBI agents. You know, there's the old, I don't know their name, doesn't matter. Old FBI guy and new FBI guy. Young, rung, crisp, wants to prove himself, FBI guy. And he's like, what happened here? It's like, oh, he already crossed the line, so I guess we can tell you. Guy got stabbed in the tummy. Mixed race best friend. Looks like she was mauled and thrown a pool. And so we don't know if Sarah was responsible, but we're holding her under guard at this hospital, at this address. You see it? You see it? Okay. And then fucking Ethan goes, Craig Robinson, we got to go to this hospital and get Sarah. I believe I need to connect with her. Craig Robinson's like, fuck, all right. Alimony check. And so they drive to the hospital chat, and Sarah's is having a fucking crazy white girl moment because she managed to get a scalpel from one of the doctors, stab one poor nurse in the eye. She's like, didn't deserve it at all. Sarah's is losing her goddamn mind. She's like, stay back. And she's like, man, she's trying to stab everybody. They fucking get her, chat. They inject her with the morphine. She knocks herself out. They put her in isolation. But fucking Ethan, he goes. We also see the morbidly obese security guard from the zoo saying, I saw a giant snake eat an elephant. They have him in a straitjacket, and the nurse is like, no, you didn't. Just say you didn't, and we're going to let you go. What the fuck is kind of psychiatric help? This is what terrible, mental health in the United States, Jack. Because this guy saw something. They have him in a straitjacket. He says, just tell us you didn't see it. We can let you go home. They're like, no, you need to help this guy. It doesn't matter. It's a whole terrible gag. Chat. Fucking Bukkake's attacking the hospital. Ethan shows up, and they just let him in. Also, one of the actresses from Parks and Rec is also there. She plays one of the nurses, and her joke is, "I can't let you see anybody, but go ahead and see them." And so Ethan finds where Sarah is. He goes in there. He's like, hey, my name is Ethan. I feel like a really intense connection with you right now. You want to you want to fuck? And she's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And she's like, I feel the same way. And they start talking, chat. There's a character actor, doctor, which you've seen before. He's like, oh, no, he's the one that leads Ethan to Sarah in her little isolation room. They talk. Fucking Bukkake's attacking the hospital now. He wants to eat that Sarah up so goddamn bad. And everything's like it's like an earthquake. They're like, oh, we gotta get to the hospital. The fucking character actor doctor opens up the door. He's like, you two, just get out of here. Run away, run. And they run away, chat, and the doctor turns into Robert Forster. It's Robert Forster. He's just leading them down this path. He's the fucking Yoda Ben Kenobi of the movie, chat. And so they're escaping. Craig Robertson, he's freaking. He's like, I literally have no idea what's happening. And so they're like, we gotta get out of here. The fucking Bukkake, he comes to the hospital, chat. He's eating, he's munching on people, he's destroying it. They go to the parking garage. Craig Robinson, he gets in his little car, and he sees the dragon come up. He's like, oh my! And Craig Robinson again does not care because he's like, oh my god! And then he backs up the car. As this dragon is just coming at him. Hold on, guys, gotta put it into gear, and they fucking drive out of the hospital. Bukkake's all confused. And another great scene. The main Power Ranger putty guy from earlier, the Ultimate Power Ranger putty, he steps out on the road, and Craig Robinson just fucking smacks him with his car, and he knocks that asshole down, and he comes alive, chat. And this is the scene, chat. Was clearly what was meant to be. Is okay, Craig Robinson, you are the best black friend. Here is your death sequence. You must save the white people. And so Craig Robinson's like, I got this, guys. Pulls out this ridiculously huge revolver. Pulls out the revolver. He's like, oh, I got this. Hold on. He comes out. He starts out blasting, chat. But the Power Ranger putty man, he can survive it. He puts out his little shield. All the bullets down bounce. Craig Robinson goes, what the fuck? He can't say fuck, chat, because PG-13. What the fuck? And he starts shooting at him. And the Power Ranger putty, he's got a sword. And he's going to stab Craig Robinson in his tummy. But don't worry, Ethan says, I can't let my best black friend die. He comes out there with a 2x4. Hits the guy in the head. No effect. He turns around. Craig Robinson steals the guy's sword. He starts, doing the like he's trying to give it his all. He's trying to stab and slice this guy. Sword dissipates because like a magic sword, chat. And as we all know, black people can't do magic. That's what the movie says. And so the sword, then the Power Ranger putty just fucking backhands Craig Robinson. Sound like he just broke his neck, paralyzed from the neck down. Sacrificial black man cliche. Oh wait. And this is the start of a trend throughout this entire film. Backhands Craig Robinson, and he falls over. And they did some ADR, because Craig Robinson did not say this. But Craig Robinson goes, Ethan, save yourself. And it's like, bullshit, he said that. And then Ethan goes, okay. And he fucking gets Sarah in the car. Oh, that's the other thing. So, wait. Oh, yeah, I think like a psychiatrist in the hospital. She also hits the Power Ranger putty. And she shows up. She's like, get in. And fucking Ethan and Sarah get in. And Craig Robinson goes, save yourself. And they just fucking drive off without Craig Robinson. It is fucked up. So in a way, Remus Robinson, it is the sacrificial black man cliche. Anyway. I need a drink, chat. I'm gonna need another one before this review is done. What happens here? Oh yeah, so now Ethan says, okay, so I gotta tell you everything that happened. Psychiatrist lady, just drop us off at this beach because we can shoot on here because it's relatively cheap. And she goes, okay, take care of yourselves. And as they walk towards the beach, chat, the psychiatrist turns into fucking Robert Forrester. He's always protecting them, chat. Robert Forrester saves the day yet again. So they go off. Ethan tells Sarah everything that Robert Forrester told him. It's like, this is what your destiny is. My destiny is to protect you. We were lovers in a previous life. She's like, I love you. And they start smooching, chat. They just start kissing. It's like, all right. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to the Pentagon. And they're having a fucking meeting right now because, okay, the giant snake monster is attacking Los Angeles. How do we deal with this? Secretary of Defense, he walks in. He's like, okay, tell me the facts here. And the person that tells him the facts is weird. I'm like, oh, it's that actress. You know the actress, the main actress from Rush Hour, who kind of played the, not love interest of Chris Tucker, but she was the girl who was, the woman who was the bomb defusal expert. Remember that from, is that Elizabeth Pena? Is that her? Yeah. Is that who she is? She died a few years ago? I did not know that. I feel bad about that. But she played that same actor, hot as hell in Rush Hour. She's here, chat, and she's she's head of the paranormal investigation wing of the government. Sure. And she tells him, yeah, well, you know, according to an ancient legend, foretold by Robert Forrester, fucking Jesus Christ is a dragon. There's Bukkake and the whole spiel. And Secretary of Defense is like, all right, that's a lot at once. So Sarah's the connection. So you say to me, every 500 years or so, this girl is born and you got to feed her to like a dragon thing, a good dragon. He's like, yeah. All right, well, he's got to take care of Sarah then. We got to just take care of her, right? And the two FBI guys who are there are like, the older one's like, sir, yes, sir. And the new guy's like, I don't like that insinuation. That seems a little dark. But he's like, no, it doesn't matter. And we cut back to Ethan and Sarah. And he's like, Sarah, hey, I happen, you know what, to unlock, I don't know, to unlock your memories or your power or something. It doesn't matter. I know a guy who works at a university. He's an expert in dreams and like ancient religions. He's Renaissance man. Let's just go to him and we can unlock your true power and what we need to do. And so they just fucking go to this guy's house and he's like, oh, I'll help you. And she's hooked up with all these machines and he's just like, hey, think back to the good old days. She sees her dad. She sees her dad die, chap. Then she sees her Korean dad also die. And then she sees herself, what she culturally appropriated in her second life, chap. She sees all that. She unlocks something. I don't fucking know. And then all of a sudden, fucking Bukkake's attacking the house. He's attacking the house of the Dream Doctor. And the doctor's like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, never mind that. And he gets, and again, another consistent thing where he just fucking abandons whoever's not Sarah. Much like he abandoned Craig Robinson, chat, he's gonna abandon the Dream Doctor. And the doctor's like, he has no idea what's happening. He gets Sarah out of there and they fucking run out of the house. Dream Doctor's like, what the fuck? And then Bukkake just destroys the house and eats the guy. It is fucked up. And so they're running away. And this is fucking weird. So I don't know if Sarah just has like premonition powers or she's like psychic now. But they're like running down the street and she says, Ethan, hold on. And they go to a car that's parked that clearly was not the car they came in. And they go inside and he starts the car. And I'm like, what happened? Was that their car? Did she just know that the car had keys? It's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. But they're driving that car. It doesn't matter. Bukaki, he kills the doctor, clearly, because he brought his house down. He absolutely ate him, Chad. There's no question about it. Let Craig Robinson die, and let the Dream Doctor die. It was fucked up. And so they're driving away from fucking Bukaki, who's just coming after him at this point. He just wants to eat him, Chad. He wants to munch on him. Oh, shit. And so they're driving, I think, at one point. They're constantly driving. And then eventually they get to, like, the city, get to downtown L.A., and Bukaki, that's what Bukaki's like, all right, I gotta step up my game here. And he's going 100 miles per hour, chat. He is just killing as many people as he can. LA traffic is not gonna be bad now because he destroys all the cars, knocking down buildings and shit. Everyone's dying. Everyone's getting sucked up and eaten by Bukaki. Sarah and... Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, no, I skipped the scene. I'm sorry, chat. So, Ethan gets in contact with Craig Robinson, who's back at the work, which he shouldn't be back at work. He calls him. He's like, Craig Robinson, I need your black magic powers. Craig Robinson's like, I got it, man. I got one for you. You always get one, white boy. And so they meet at a restaurant, and they love it, too, because the scene fucking opens up, and Craig Robinson, as expected, on the phone going, yeah, I need you to do me a favor. Yeah, that, do that for me. Click. Ethan, I got you a helicopter out of the city. They're at the fucking Citibank in downtown L.A. And they're like, golden. Sarah, you eat some food. I'm going to go talk to my best black friend, Craig Robinson. Ethan, they go back there. It's all before the destruction of the Dream Doctor. I'm sorry. I skipped some stuff. I think. Possibly. Maybe. I don't remember. I think maybe the Dream Doctor stuff happened. And the Dream Doctor stuff definitely happened. They escaped. And that's when they contacted Craig Robinson. Now that's where we're here now. Okay. We're here. This is where we are. And so, he goes, Ethan, I'm going to leave the movie now because I don't want to be in this anymore. Here's my giant revolver. And Ethan's like, I hate those things. It's like, fucking take the revolver, man. He takes the revolver and he leaves. And who appears, chat? Robert fucking Forster. And he's like, kid, I know you've been smooching that girl, but you got to have Ugami eat her. That's the way things have to be. We were destined to do something great. You got to fulfill that destiny. He's like, man, I don't want to be part of that destiny. He's like, just fucking do it. All right, you fucked up 500 years ago when you were an Asian kid. Don't do it now. And he's like, I'm conflicted. And then fucking Bukaki attacks the restaurant, chat. And so Robert Forster, he fucking apparates. Sarah and Ethan, they get the fuck out of there, running, chat. And then who saves the day? Craig Robinson. Because Craig Robinson immediately left. He's like, I'm still contractually obligated to be in this movie still. So I'm going to save you, white people. And so they jump in, chat. And he starts driving. He's just driving the entire time until he fucking, then, I don't know, he gets, like, distracted. Or, like, what happens is, so Bukaki, like, gets a car, throws it in front of Craig Robinson. Craig Robinson had a lot, this is kind of Craig Robinson's fault here, because he had a lot of reaction time to get out of the way of the car, but he's like, he does the whole, no, thing. He fucking crashes, dead on the wheel, all that shit. He's not dead, Chase, he's a little fucked up. And so, again, but does Ethan care that Craig Robinson might be injured? Hell no, he's got to save that girl. Got to save the girl he's been smooching. So he doesn't check on Craig Robinson. He opens his fucking door, gets Sarah out of there, and he's like, no, we got to get one. And they run. Craig Robinson's like, yeah, guys, save yourself. I'm bleeding on the inside. And so then Craig Robinson exits the picture, chat. And that's when Bukaki attacks downtown L.A. Sarah and Ethan go to the Citibank, to the top with the helicopters. They got in the helicopter, chat. Bukaki's crawling up it. And Bukaki gets a hold of that goddamn helicopter. And the pilots are like, we gotta, oh God, guys, hold on, just hold on. And Ethan's like, fuck these guys. And he jumps out with Sarah, and those two helicopter pilots die. They die horrifically. Meanwhile, the U.S. government says, okay, let's go attack the Power Ranger putty leader. And they try to attack him, but they're also attacked by Bukaki. It's like, this happens in like a weird order, chat. So the military's defeated, and they're like, oh, let's send over our troops to L.A., and this is when Bukaki's forces attack, chat, like the giant, like, dewbacks with the rocket launchers on their back, and all the putties with their swords, and the flying, the velociraptors, and the flying pterodons and shit, pterodactyls. Big old battle scene, does not look good, does not age well. I don't think it even looked good for the time, chat. And that's when we get the whole helicopter sequence. What happens here? I don't know what happens here, chat. Something... I probably missed some scenes. Oh, okay, yeah, this is what happens. That's the whole battle starts, and they get these Apache helicopters, and they knock down Bukkake before he can eat Sarah. And I think during the confusion, I want to say... Okay, so this is what happens. So after the battle, Ethan and... Oh, yeah, this is what happens. Now I know what it is. Sorry. So Ethan and Sarah, they're saved by the two FBI agents as they're running down the street. The old guy and the kid just wants to do good. So they're picked up by them. FBI agents take them to the warehouse. Older FBI guy's, all right, we gotta fucking kill the girl. Ethan's like, no, don't do it. And FBI's like, get the fuck out of the way. And he shoots Ethan. He shoots him. He's like, oh my God. And he's blam. He gets shot in the chest. And then he's down. He's like, still gotta kill the girl. But chat, oh, Darkslayer, thank you. Thank you for the 5 minutes. This sounds like a fanfic that's gone too far. It might as well be, man. This movie is ridiculous. This is a terrible fucking film. But it's so funny. It's so unintentionally funny. Thank you again for the support. What's happening here? So the kid's like, I still gotta finish the job, but before he can shoot Sarah, chat, the young buck FBI agent shoots his superior in the back of the head. Fucking face explodes. Dead. Falls on the ground dead, chat. No more. No longer corporeal. Fucking Ethan, he's like, what happened? And he takes off his, like, where he was shot, chat, but the amulet protected him. The bullet bounced off the amulet, and Ethan's A-okay. The young FBI agent's like, I'm not gonna let you guys die. Whatever's happening, you gotta fulfill your destiny. You have to survive for us. And they's like, take my car. And Ethan takes the keys, and they drive off. Apparently, maybe Sarah, like, learned I have to be at a specific location, and we gotta go there so I can meet and buy the good dragon. I think that's what happens. So they're driving, chat. And it doesn't last long because fucking Bukkake's forces come upon them. They get captured by the ultimate power putty. And then we get to the part of the movie where the money ran out. You could absolutely tell because this is full green screen here, chat. Full, like Dungeons and Dragons, like Windows screensaver green screen right here. It looks absolutely terrible. And they're like King Kong style, like they're about to sacrifice Sarah. She's all chained up to the sacrificial altar. Ethan, he's tied to like a pole, Indiana Jones style. It's like, don't look at the light, like that kind of shit. And then the ultimate power player is like, Bukkake, we summon you. And then he comes out of like this giant temple. And he's like, oh good, you got the girl. But again, still taking his fucking time the entire time, chat. And he's like slithering around. He's like, oh, it's so good. And everyone's like, oh, a little nervous. But everyone's excited too. And Ethan's like, no! And then I guess his rage unleashed the power of the amulet. And the amulet shoots up into heaven. And it blasts apart, it sends a shockwave across Bukkake's army, hurts Bukkake, opens up. It's like the end of Return of the King. Remember when after Sauron died and his, like, the eye of Sauron fell on the ground and the earth, like, there was an earthquake and all the orcs got sucked down to the ground. Remember that? It's like that, except shit. It's like that. They're really bad. And so the army's all getting sucked underground. The ultimate, Ethan unties himself, I guess, with the power of God. And so he's run up there to save Sarah, but then, and this is kind of interesting, chat, because the ultimate power putty's like, all right, fuck this. I'm gonna be the god now, all right? Bukkake, you suck, you failed. You are a giant, you are a 100-meter giant snake dragon, and I'm a power putty, okay? Fuck it, it's my turn, all right? It's the power putty's time. I'm gonna be the guy who's gonna become a dragon. And so he's about to just fucking stab Sarah or do something to her, eat her, I don't know. But Ethan runs up there, chat, fucking takes out the power putty right up the ass, and he kills him. And then, chat, but still, he, even despite that, Ethan saves Sarah, but Bukkake, he's like, what the fuck was that? He wakes up, and he's about to eat both of them, but all of a sudden, chat, finally, fucking the good dragon, Ugami, comes down, and they start wrestling, chat. Where were you before, Ugami? You could have helped, when they were destroying downtown LA. It was supposed to be the good dragon. What is this? So they start, and this is the prologue, this is Dragon War, chat. Now we're finally at Dragon War, D War, where they start wrestling, they're slithering, they're biting, it's all the same, it's the same fucking shit. Sarah's like, and they're, Sarah's like, fuck. Ugami's gonna die. He's not gonna stand a chance against Bukkake. I'm gonna go out there and sacrifice myself. And Ethan's like, no, you can't. He's like, Ethan, this is my destiny. This is my destiny. Let me do this for me. This is for me. And he's like, all right. And so she goes out there, chat, and she presents herself to fucking Bukaki. Bukaki's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna eat you. But all of a sudden, chat, she magically, she gets some Dragon Ball, like, Z powers, because she manages to project her energy out of her body, and it becomes like a ball, and it's like floating above her head, and Bukaki's like, I'm gonna eat you, and he goes for the ball, but he misses, and she fires it at Ugami, like her life essence, and Ugami eats it, and I guess that's her soul. And then he's like, oh, this is a fucking power up in the head. It's like a sensu bean moment. It's a sensu bean moment, Chet. He's like, fuck yeah, and he turns into Shenron. Bukaki's like, I'm fucked. Fuck, I'm fucked. This is it, Chet. Then we got fucking Shenron taking on Bukaki. They're wrestling. Bukaki's he's holding his own, but it's not enough, chat. And at one point, when they're fucking gonna have like a Dragon Ball moment, like a fucking, you want to get like Kamehameha Gallic gun moment, chat. But Bukaki doesn't have a Gallic gun attack, and so Ugami fires the Kamehameha, enters inside of Bukaki's mouth, and Bukaki disintegrates. And Shenron goes on to check Ethan and Sarah, how they're holding up. And Sarah, she's dead, chat. She's not looking too good. She's like, I love you, Ethan. And then she kind of dies. And then Ethan's like, no. But then Shenron vomits up the light. And then, Sarah is floating there like a ghost and saying, Ethan, it was my destiny. I'll always love you forever. We'll be reunited. We'll be reunited, my love. And she goes back inside of Shenron. And Shenron goes up into the heavens to God, because God is Shenron's dad. Shenron is Jesus Christ in the situation. And then, oh, fucking God. And then Ethan's like, well, that fucking sucks. And then behind him, chat, and fucking Robert Forster Force Ghost says, this was always the way, Ethan. This was a great honor for us. Goodbye! And fucking disappears. And it's a literal Force Ghost moment, chat. And fucking Ethan goes, see you later, old man. And he just walks off into the CGI distance, chat, to the edge of the blue screen. And that's Dragon War, D War. It is a terrible film. It is on the same level as something like Dragon Ball Evolution, The Last Airbender, and is definitely worth watching, chat. This film is fucking ridiculous. It's so bad, but it's so unintentionally funny. And that's what makes it a good bad movie, in my opinion. It's like, it's some old bullshit. There's no doubt it's some old bullshit. It is. Like, all the big action sequences aren't funny. But it's still worth watching with a big group of people. Get your drink on. Just watch it that way. Jesus the Dragon. Correct, Dark Slayer. Jesus the Dragon. You're absolutely right. Hey, Dad, I was a dragon, Dad. I had Bukaki, Dad. Here's when this movie ended. I'm pretty sure I literally said, that's it. That's it. It's literally it. And then it just ends. It's an hour and 20 minutes. All of this happened in an hour and 20 minutes. It's not an hour. It's like, it says 90 minutes. It's not 90 minutes. It's an hour and 20 and 10 minutes of credits. A lot of people worked on this film, apparently. It's awful. Where is Ethan? I don't know. Ethan's just gone. He goes off to the edge of the blue screen / green screen. You never know what happened to Ethan. Maybe the next Dragon War. We'll see. Maybe there's a sequel. I don't know. So there you go, chat. I give it some old bullshit, but it's a very high, worth watching some old bullshit in my honest opinion. You can't go wrong with Dragon Wars : D War.